Okay, so traders, what's up, no? So it's been a while and happy new year po sa inyong lahat, no? And for today's video, medyo unique lang, no? Kasi off the chart tayo and this kind of video always excites me, no? Actually, marami akong ganitong klaseng video na hindi ko lang ina-upload, no? I don't know, hindi ko lang feel. However, for today's video, ang gusto ko lang pag-usapan natin, this is a short video and I would like to talk about life in general, probably, and also the reality of being consistently profitable trader. Because most of the people have the expectation that when you became a consistently profitable trader, people would expect that there will be a setup for profit during quincenas and katapusan. And unfortunately, that's not how the market or the trading environment works, no? So sometimes our result or most of the times our result could be a very exponential, no? So hindi siya linear. So what I mean by that is probable or probably during your first few years sa trading, it could be a very very challenging, no? Especially kapag nasa learning curve ka pa lang and you don't see any result na in-expect mo kagad. Because sometimes result don't only reflects on monetary side, no? It could also reflect when it comes to your technical analysis. That's one. And also your journaling, no? And I thought that journaling has a ceiling, no? I've never thought that journaling could be improved to a level na parang everything is, paano ko ba siya sasabihin? Everything does make sense. Yun yung gusto kong sabihin. Like, dati kasi when it comes to journaling, no? When it comes to journaling, ang akala ko lang is about technical analysis, risk-reward ratio, and yung mga setup, yung mga screenshot nun, yun yung mga high quality setup ko. But when you got into a deeper level of awareness, sometimes journaling could be a very exciting part of the trading. Well, actually, right now, no? Right now, in my current level, 50% of my work sa trading is nasa journaling. And sobrang konti na lang yung time na in-spend ko sa chart, no? Well, syempre, mas marami pa rin chart time kaysa sa journaling time because journaling could only take in less than 10 minutes, no? Especially, sobrang low frequency ng mga trades ko. So, less than 10 minutes na susulat ko na lahat ng thought process ko during, before, and after ng trade na yun, no? So, that's what currently happening in life or trading side of me, no? Life in trading. However, hindi yan yung gusto kong pag-usapan natin when I said that the reality of being consistently profitable trader. So, 2022 yung masasabi kong year na kung saan nag-overlap na yung profit kaysa sa losses ko. Or actually expenses, kasi masasabi ko rin expenses yung mga binayad ko for the educational. Okay? And 2023 is yung pinaka-consistent kong performance. Like, I haven't lost a single challenge during 2023. Well, actually, exceptionally few challenges lang naman siya compared to 2022, which is kung saan more aggressive ako. So, 2023 yung pinaka-konti kong tinake na challenge, but also I've never lost a challenge. So, doesn't mean na porket ganun yung nangyari sa akin, as my track record, is ibig sabihin ganun na rin yung mangyayari sa akin sa 2024. Unfortunately, ang nangyari sa akin sa 2024, January pa lang, I failed already one verification kay the funded trader. And I also lost my account bago pa magsara si smart funded trader. Okay? Yun yung nangyari. And so, kung makikita nyo, nag-upload din kasi ako ng profit but doesn't mean na tuloy-tuloy na yon, no? Though, marami pa namang sumunod or naging before nung profit na yon. Like, hindi naman madami, like, madami talaga. What I'm saying is, there are numbers na hindi ko lang din nire-reveal publicly because doesn't make sense, no? Wala tayong value na kayang i-provide doon. Kaya lang naman ako nag-content about payout kasi nga nagkaroon ako ng affiliation kay Funded Next, no? And people are questioning about dun sa payout kasi nga kahit sa Twitter marami na ring mga kumo-question na hindi raw sila nagbayad. So nag-demonstrate ako like actual withdrawal and yung actual na pag-receive ko, no? And hindi porket ganun yung nangyari is nagtuloy-tuloy na siya, no? So like I said, 2024 has been the very most redundant na, no? It's the most challenging year for me as a trader, no? So not only that, I've also lost a challenge kay Alpha Capital, no? So that's what happened. And ano pa ba? Ano pa ba yung pwede nating i-share? Yon, yung kay the Funded Engineer. No, meron akong pending doon na 30k. However, dun sa 30k na yon, 7k lang yung nabayaran nila sa akin, USD. Plus yung refund dun sa challenge na binayad natin, no? So, for me, it's a win, but also, yun na rin yung time na parang nagkaroon ng down sa performance ko as a trader because I haven't been very consistent with my approach ever since nung nangyari yun, no? So, hindi siya ganun ka-consistent but I'm trying my best to get back into track. However, meron siguro lahat talaga ng trader, no, na roughest year nila when it comes to their trading, no? Akala ko yung siguro probably roughest year ko talaga is 2021, but syempre yung expectation natin is tumataas, so we are trying to break our record from the past, no? Unfortunately, hindi yun yung nangyari. And also, di ba, may goal ako to hit the 7-digit capital. So, I think after nga nung The Funded Engineer, nagkaroon ng downward spiral in my performance. But that doesn't necessarily mean na discredit na ako, no, as a value provider dito sa social media. Because, hey, it's just a year of performance, no? Who knows what could happen this 2025, no? So, medyo kalat lang din yung mga sinasabi ko, but sana nakukuha nyo yung point ko na hindi porket consistent ka for the past few years is ibig sabihin you could also expect a consistent performance sa mga susunod na taon. And I've also heard from the podcast of Riz na kung saan merong institution that they are very profitable, but for the nagkaroon sila ng 2 consistent year na losses. So that's an institutional side, no? So what more, no, para sa ating mga retail traders, bakit tayo madi-disappoint, no? Well, actually, I'm not disappointed naman because I think dun sa down moment na yon, merong na-improve sa part ko, which is nga yung journaling ko na sinasabi ko kanina, na kung saan everything makes sense na. Okay? So, ayan ang reason kung bakit ayoko mag-upload ng ganitong klaseng video kasi nga medyo kalat yung thoughts ko. And yeah. So, let's see. See you sa next video.